Hey guys, Zack here, and this is my review of One Piece Season 1, Episode 13. So, this episode is mainly just to get us a little bit closer to the whole confrontation with Claudor. And not much else, but it does also have some plot points in it. It mostly centers on the fights between the two pirate groups. The episode starts off where the last episode left off, with Luffy and Zoro showing up, and they're upset at their respective parties because they kind of got left behind, even though Luffy kind of ran off first without really asking which way north was. And Zoro had a legitimate reason to be upset because he kind of got screwed. But after realizing that they can't win the way they are, Django decides to hypnotize the crew to make them stronger. And it works, as one of the guys just takes his fist and breaks part of the cliff off, and they all charge the Straw Hat Pirates. But unfortunately for them, Luffy also got hypnotized into becoming stronger and became twice as strong as a result. So he's able to send them flying, and then tries to crush them with the figurehead of their own ship by he rips it off with his bare hands and tries to crush him with it. But Django hypnotizes him, he falls asleep, but he also drops the figurehead on top of him, and it crushes all the pirates. Except for two, being the Meow Band brothers, who go and try and pretend that they're scared of Zoro because they think he's really strong, but then it's revealed that they're actually playing him, and did that so they could get in close and swipe his swords, and it works. And Zoro is able to hold off his swords and hold them off with his sword, and even keeps them from getting shot by Usopp, so that they don't divert their attention to the others. And Nami goes to run and get Zoro's other swords, but is cut down by Django, who uses his Hypno Ring as a bit of a slicing disc and cuts her shoulder a little bit, and she falls, so she goes down. Meanwhile, Kaya had a nightmare about Usopp stabbing her in her bed, and wakes up to find Claudor, only to find the guy who looks like the Beast Tamer Moji. His name is Mary, we actually find out, who tells her everything and what happened, and how they kind of made a mistake in defending the real criminal, while the guy who was trying to protect them was thrown off without even a single thought. So Kaya, and after hearing all this, Kaya resolves to go talk to him and talk it out. Although in the shots at the end of the episode, we realize that it's kind of more of a confrontation than a talking out. And she heads over. Meanwhile, Onion has found out about the whole situation and has informed the Usopp pirates, and they try to protect Kaya but aren't able to get in because the normal way where Usopp gets in is sealed up and the gates are locked. But then Kaya marches out on her own anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And then, meanwhile, as everybody is trying to fight, as all the pirates are fighting, Claudor finally shows up as Nami gets cut down, and is upset because everybody seems to be a bit occupied, and he's not exactly happy with that, and demands to know what's going on. And that's where the episode ends. So yeah, as I said, this episode doesn't really have a whole lot of plot points in it. It's mainly meant to segue the last episode and this episode together, and that's really it. It doesn't do much, but it is entertaining to see all the pirates fighting and Luffy just going full Hulk on them. That's mainly it. Luffy is mainly there for comedic purposes, and they're all just fighting the pirates, and they're unable to match Luffy and Zoro's strength. Zoro, even with one sword, is able to hold them off defensively. and is more than a match for the Meow Band brothers. So it's not. So it shows that they are pretty strong, but that but that even with one sword, he's still able to hold them off. And Kaya also learns that maybe she was a bit too harsh on Usopp, and partially goes to apologize to him. And the pirates and the Usopp pirates, the Usopp pirates go and also learn that their captain that something was off with their captain, and that he wouldn't lie to make someone else look bad, and that the pirates actually were coming, and they sniffed it out immediately. But yeah, that's really it. There's not much to this episode. So I just have one question, and that would be, if you guys have seen this episode of One Piece, what did you guys think? Let's get a discussion going in the comment section down below, or over on my Discord server, link in the description. Either way, thank you guys so much for watching this episode. If you liked it, hit that like and that subscribe button. Also be sure to follow me on Facebook and on Twitter in the description below. And until next time, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace!